Hi everyone, hope all is well. Today I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the latest legendary mission to come to the Chinese server, as well as a small look at the latest legendary weapon and a little sneak peek of some of the latest vanity outfits that are coming in the new season on the Chinese server. So, let's go. Before I begin with the gameplay, there are a few things that I need to cover. Okay, so first up, I was fortunate enough to be one of only a handful of people to be given access to a private test server for the Chinese version of Division 2, and I'm very thankful to the development team for allowing me access. So all the footage that you're going to see is currently work in progress and is likely to change. Okay, so I was given a fully maxed out character with all of the toys, which is really nice, and all of the latest vanity outfits that are set to be launched in the game in this upcoming season, which is very nice indeed. Now, before I begin, the legendary that I'm going to show is Wall Street. What you need to know is that I'm fully maxed out. I'm going to be using a high-end build. I'm incredibly overpowered for this level, and really the NPC scaling has been somewhat left behind in the last few seasons, as the player power has generally just got stronger and stronger and stronger. There are things in the game called high priority orders in the Chinese game, which scale better for the current player power, with a level 6 high priority order being, I would say, maybe at least 5 times harder than a legendary, so you sort of that might gauge exactly where I am and why you might think that this is incredibly easy for me. So what I'm going to do, I'll make a start. After every encounter or two, what I'll do, I'll change the outfit so I'll look a bit different, and I'll also change the legendary weapon that I'm using just to keep it a little bit more interesting. I've also turned off the Guardian so it can't keep me alive if I do fuck up, but I won't fuck up, even though I did fuck up yesterday when I tried it for the first time. Right, that's enough of me going on and on and on, so let's get into the mission. So in this first part I'm going to be using the new legendary weapon that they've just brought out. I don't think they've set a name for it yet, or if they have, it's not really something I'm fully aware of. I think it's going to be called Vulcan, but I might be wrong. It's based on an AK, and it's got some sort of, well, it's got something to do with plasma or something. I'm not going to go over all the different talents that it has and all the different benefits that all the different mods have got, but realistically it's incredibly strong. I was messing about with it in the shooting range, and I managed to get it to I was doing over 500 million to the head, and it was also proccing a bleed on the NPCs, which was coming in at 2 billion, which is just absolutely fucking out of this world, and that needs really toning down in my opinion. So as you can see here, I mean, I'm going through like a knife through butter. The reality is you can die very easy on this. If you don't kill quick, you can die just as fast as what we die on our legendary missions. However, I definitely feel that the NPCs in their legendaries are a lot weaker than what they are actually in our game. It's just one of those things I've always had from the start, and I think that's just one of the things where the player power has got so high over the last few seasons in particular, and the NPC scaling has not moved at all with it. Things like this now, it's almost feels like you're playing easy mode. Now obviously they've done these high priority orders which I talked about, which again they did that to try and increase the difficulty, which is all fine and good, but really they need to do something with scaling, and to be fair they need to do a lot with balancing, certainly in and around the weapons. The exotic sniper, sorry, not the legendary sniper should I say, is just incredibly overpowered. It's unbelievably overpowered. You can pretty much spam a billion plus body shots with it, and I mean spam, because you can put it in semi-automatic mode, so it's too strong. That needs scaling back. They probably need to put some sort of damage cap in there. They need to scale back some of the semi-auto mode to make other weapons feel more viable than what they currently are. In the footage here I've switched over to the water gun, the Blue Wave Guardian gun, just for this area. again, I mean, it's just really just to show things off as well as show off some of the vanity there. I think this one's like a new, I don't know what it's called actually, coconut set or something. I think it's like obviously some sort of beach set. I didn't have the backpack, or if I do have the backpack, I don't know what it is, so I'll put one of the fucking teddy bear ones on, so it looks a bit ridiculous with the bikini, but you know, shit happens. So once I clear this area, what I'll do, I'll switch over again. I'm not really sure what I've changed to on the footage actually, even though I'm just talking over the top. You think I should know? I think I might go to the exotic, the legendary SMG after this, the Endless Pursuit, which to be fair was my favourite weapon for quite a long time. Really enjoyed playing with it. I just thought it was like pretty fantastic, to be honest with you. Let's flick over and change the vanity unit, or vanity set. I have no idea what any of these are called, by the way. No idea whatsoever. I didn't even bother doing the translation on them. I'm pretty much just watching this footage and talking bollocks as we go. The other thing I would say about this mission as well is like it's a bit of a letdown, if I'm honest with you. All it does is feel like they've just switched out the Black Tusk, or should I flip, switched out the Rikers for Black Tusk, and they haven't really done anything. They've not really changed anything. I mean, you see here, there's the APC still in the middle, you know. Really, what would that be it, you know? Is there not a different way we can play the missions? Is there not a different way we can go around? Can you not put servers in there? Can you not put turrets in different places, etc, etc? You know, what can you do to make this a little bit more interesting and spice it up a bit? Because, in my opinion, just switching out the NPCs and really having the same playthrough, well, it's neither here nor there really, is it? It is just a little bit disappointing, and as I say, because of the difficulty scaling, these NPCs have been sadly left behind. Yeah, you can see. Once I actually make my way through this area, there seems to be a little bit more NPCs than there is on the regular Wall Street mission. But once I get through there, I'm going to switch into the legendary sniper. Now, I sort of made a mistake when I did this footage. I left it on scoped mode, because you can have two. You can have scoped, and you can do like a semi-auto mode. So the first part, I'm generally going to play it scoped, and yeah, it's like, again, incredibly powerful, and also, to be fair, it locks to the head, like auto locks to the head, so that's just not me being like really good on the controller with my aim, because as you can see, my aim is absolutely dog shit. It's actually the weapon, so you'll see what that's like. But I do stop, I think, part of the way through and switch the scope out to the semi-auto scope, just to show really what that's like. And you can spam it as fast as probably one of the fastest rifles in our game, probably hence the reason why they've never made a legendary rifle in the Chinese game, because they've pretty much made the sniper rifle dual purpose. So I switched to the crazy set. I think the reason why I switched into this outfit, this one's not new, purely because it was the outfit that launched with the weapon, I think. When it first launched, you see how I just grabbed to the head there. If you're watching slow motion, I'm doing this on like control. I'm not like using a mouse and keyboard, and it just like it auto locks. So if I miss, and that's because I fucked up and not the game, which is like crazy. Headshots galore, headshots galore. Here we go. I can't remember when I changed. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. Oh yeah, here we go. And basically, as I said, I'm just going to switch the scope out. The scope's the thing on it which makes it semi-auto. When I find the scope, there it is. Scroll down. I'm nearly getting killed there, as you can see. So you can, as I said, you can die pretty quick. The idea is just to kill like extremely quick. Now, I can spam the life out of this. I mean, to be fair, I'm killing these NPCs within a shot or two anyway, so I don't really need to spam it massively. But you can just body shots galore, to be honest with you. Like, it can be pretty crazy, you know. it's 96 mil there to the body, another 46 to the body. You know, does some crazy numbers. As I said, I can go in the shooting range with this weapon, with really this sort of setup. Maybe something, well, maybe probably a little bit more focused into a sniper rifle, but you can do well over a billion to body and just pretty much spam the life out of it. So as I said, they made this weapon too strong, and because they made this weapon too strong, it's sort of like it's the only weapon you need in reality. You know, why buy the mods for a new assault rifle? Why buy the mods for the older assault rifle or the SMG or the shotgun, etc., etc.? Just get the sniper. That is the real big issue in China, I would say, from a legendary weapon point of view. They need to nerf this sniper rifle, and I mean really nerf it. However, whether they will do that is a different matter, because it's quite clearly a pay-to-win game, and the one thing they're not going to do is actively piss off the people who spent hundreds of pounds on buying all of these accessories. But you know, we'll see what the devs are going to do. But balance is massively needed in this game, and it needs to come quick, in my opinion. I'd maybe think about putting like a damage cap on this weapon. Make it so it can obviously only go so high when it's in scope, and only so high when it's in semi-auto, or even slow the semi-auto down, so it can be spammed as much as what it possibly can. But they need to bring this back in line, because if they don't bring it back in line, I just don't really see the future. Why would you want to buy any other weapon when you've got a sniper rifle? Yeah, they just went too far. So after this bit, I think I don't know where I went. I think I might have went to pistol, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to use the pistol. What I should have done, I should have actually done the shield as well, because they did like a specific shield for this as well, which looked pretty cool. So you had the pistol launch, and you also had a legendary holster launch and the shield, and they all sort of work like in tandem with each other. The holster itself, it's just like nuts. That gives you like weapon damage as well as loads of skill damage, and also it can pretty much put you to what we would class as skill tier 8, which is nuts. Obviously I know we only have skill tier 6, but yeah, realistically it could put you around about skill tier 8, and with the right sort of setup on this, like the oxidizers are incredibly strong in China, and when I say incredibly strong, I mean again on par with the sniper rifle, they really need reining in. But if you have the right setup, like a skill setup with the water gun, because that's very much skill based, you can pretty much have infinite overcharged oxys, and yeah, they just destroy everything. To be fair, my opinion is that they make the content null and void. It's just like everything's irrelevant. If you've got someone in your team who's got a big high-end oxy build, they've spent the money on it, they've got all the gear, chances are most of the content in this game, it'll be an absolute cakewalk, because generally all I need to do is fire a couple of oxys and that's it, everything's dead. Like, unbelievable. And like the range on them is like absolutely massive, and they stay on the ground for a fucking long time, like I mean a long time. So this is the last bit. I'm gonna go with the other assault rifle, the Gemini. Oh no, I'm gonna go shotgun by the looks of it. Have I not done shotgun? No, I haven't. Ah yes, I remember what I did now. I went shotgun, and then I changed to the Gemini when I got to the bosses. The Gemini is the assault rifle, this one is the fireworks shotgun. So we'll see how this one goes, but I'm pretty much sure, well, we all know how it's going to go. I'm going to absolutely piss it. But yeah, shotgun, you still see quite a few people run the shotgun, mainly in the dark zone. A lot of that's just around to like the buffs that it gives your team, etc. Plus, I mean, to be fair, the shotgun, so it is still incredibly strong. But this build is not really set up for like using the shotgun, etc. And to be fair, it's not really something I would normally use. But as you can see, it's got a massively high rate of fire on it. And again, you can spam the life out of it, and it's like it's a single pellet reload, but it gets reloaded like within the space of like, I don't know, a second and a half. You know, incredibly fast. So yeah, I'll switch over to the Gemini now, which is the other assault rifle. And here we are, we're on the bosses. So the bosses are 2 chungers. As you can see, just make short work of that. Find the other chunga. There we go. A few more stragglers, and basically that'll be it. So yeah, my thoughts on the Legendary Wall Street. Trash, if I'm honest with you. They need to do something better. They need to be better, in my opinion. They need to sort the scaling out. Legendary should be what it is. It should be Legendary. It should be fucking hard to do. You know, these really should be on par with like a level 6 order, if not potentially higher. Yeah, they've got to do something with it. They also added Pathway Park Legendary as well this season, but we'll get to that at a later date. So that's it from me. I hope you liked it. Bye bye now.